Hey friends, Alex here. Quick story time. Back when Phillip published The Monty Hall Trap in Bridge Today, the Monty Hall problem wasn't mainstream yet. He called it an easy-to-understand warm-up for the kind of bridge problem he wanted to talk about. Maybe easy to understand for bridge players would have been more accurate. A few years later, when the Monty Hall problem went viral, there was this big, messy debate, front page of the New York Times level. Honestly, they could have just asked a bridge player and saved themselves the headache. Let's review the classic setup. 3 doors. One has a grand prize, 2 hide goats. You pick door 1. Your chance of being right is obviously 1/3. Monty then opens door 3 and, surprise, there's a goat. Now what are your odds that door 1 was right? And let's make a deal, it's still 1/3. Monty doesn't open a random door. He's never going to flip over the prize and ruin the show. The door he opens will always be a goat. So you actually learn nothing. Your chance of having picked the prize remains 1/3. That's the lesson. Whenever you get new information, ask if it was random. If what got revealed is correlated with the decision to reveal it, you have to be careful with the math. In the Monty Hall problem, if Monty had opened a door at random, your chance would jump to 1/2. But because he intentionally shows a goat, that info is biased. You didn't learn anything useful about your original pick, so you're still at 1/3. Okay, how does that matter in bridge? Let's make up a deal, and I'll hit you with 3 problems that all spin off the same layout. Problem 1. West leads a low spade. You duck in both hands. East continues spades. From the carding, it looks like spades are 5-3. What's the percentage play in clubs? Some folks think East started with 3 spades versus West's 5, so East has 10 unknown cards and West has 8. Therefore, East is 5-4 to hold the club queen. That's the Monty Hall Trap. If West had led a random suit that just happened to split 5-3, that logic would fly. But West, with malice aforethought, deliberately led his longest suit. Is it shocking that he has more spades than partner? Flip the perspective. Say at the other table, they reach 3-no trump from North. East leads a red suit, and, shocker, East has more in that suit than West. Are you supposed to finesse West for the club queen while your counterpart finesses East? No. Just like the goat behind door 3, the 5-3 spade split is biased information. Unless you're playing someone who loves short suit leads against no trump, you already expected West to be longer in whatever suit he led. Discovering what you already knew doesn't change the odds. Annoyingly, unlike in the Monty Hall problem, we can't totally ignore the info. West's spade length does affect the odds, just not as much as it would if we'd learned it at random. How do we actually compute it? The long way. List every West pattern with 5 spades and no longer suit, tally frequencies, and if West has a second 5-card suit, divide by 2 since he might have led the other one. I'm not doing that here, but I dropped a link to Phillip's article in the comments if you want the full grind. Bottom line, it's a toss-up. The finesse is about as good as playing for the drop. Happily, here's a shortcut that lands you in the same place. Once you know spades is West's longest suit, the expected spade break is roughly 4.5, 3.5. West rates to have 1 more spade than East, so having 2 more is just 1 card off expectation. It's like a random suit breaking 4-3. To de-bias, pretend East has only 1 extra unknown card instead of 2. So you cash the club king and lead toward the ace. East follows. Now he has 0 extra unknown cards. Net result, pure toss-up. East is just as likely to have the queen as West. Is this a formal proof? Nope. Would it ace a math test? Also nope. But at the table, it's plenty good. Problem 2. What's the percentage play in clubs if spades look 4-4? A lot of players default to playing for the drop, thinking an even spade split doesn't move the a priori odds. But an even split is actually unexpected. We expect spades to be 4.5, 3.5 after a longest suit lead. So West's spades are shorter than average, and his diamonds are shorter than average too. A priori, we'd peg West's diamond length at 4, but after a spade lead, 4 is his maximum, so his expected diamond length dips below 4. Short in 2 suits means his expected club length goes up, which makes it right to finesse West for the queen. If you do the full calculation, I'm still not doing it here, playing for the drop wins about 61%, while finessing West lands about 65%. So finesse West. Problem 3. Now suppose West doesn't lead a spade at all. Instead, he leads from a broken 4-card heart suit. What's the percentage play in clubs? You might be tempted to finesse East since he has only 2 hearts to West's 4. That's actually the worst of the 3 options. Just like in problem 2, a heart lead pushes down West's expected lengths in spades and diamonds. In theory, he can't have 5 of either, and by restricted choice, he's less likely than normal to have 4. So his expected total in the pointed suits shrinks, his expected club length rises, and despite West having more known cards than East, it's still right to finesse West for the club queen. If you want the exact numbers, finesse East, 46%. Play for the drop, 60%. Finesse West, 67%. One big caveat through all of this, we're assuming West can be counted on to lead his longest suit. If the auction makes certain leads unattractive, if West leads from a sequence, or if West is just quirky, he might actually hold a longer suit than the one he led. In that world, these adjustments don't apply. If you like this and want more bite-sized bridge talk, check out my weekly free instant tournament playlist. I play a BBO tournament and break down one board each week. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. See you there!